A day after an Indian origin businessman was shot dead, a 39-year-old Sikh man in the US has been shot and wounded outside his home by an unidentified person who shouted, "Go back to your own country." Kent police are looking for a gunman who allegedly walked onto a man's driveway and shot him. Kent Police Chief Ken Thomas said while the Sikh man sustained non-life-threatening injuries, they are treating this as a very serious incident.
This is the first incident of this magnitude that I'm aware of in the city of Kent.
Kent Police Chief Ken Thomas says so far, the investigation looks like a hate crime against the Sikh community. Today, investigators went door to door looking for clues. The shooting happened Friday night at 8. The police chief said the shooter approached a 39-year-old Sikh man while he worked on his vehicle in his 108th Avenue driveway.
Confronted by a subject, some comments were made to the effect of, "Get out of our country, go back to where you're from," and our victim was then shot.
The victim was shot in the arm. The police chief expects him to make it.
So this morning when I woke up, it was very disheartening to see the news.
Satwinder Kaur is a local religious leader. She and several other Sikh community members joined the press conference.
It's hard to see somebody from your community being a victim of a hate crime. I mean, I've been here a long time, and we haven't seen something happening at this level.
Police tried to calm the community's concerns this afternoon in a meeting at City Hall.
And you come in, we teach you how to run and set up a block watch and teach you how to run and set up a block watch and communicate with us.
So it was really shocking.
Satwinder says her community is shaken, but she hopes this message spreads instead of fear.
Don't be scared. Just because we've been through one incident it shouldn't hold us back.
Well, Geeta Mohan is still on the phone line with us with further details. Geeta, yet another alleged hate crime taking place in the United States with a Sikh man being attacked this time.
Well, that's right. And while we see that the U.S. acting ambassador to India, the Charles Affairs Carlson, Mary Kay Carlson, has reacted to the story, condemning the attack and also reminding India and the administration that supporters that that President Donald Trump is and has already spoken against crimes against races and the hate crimes that we are seeing, which only goes to show that the administration right now is quite sensitive to the growing incidence of hate crime, and it could really dent the image of U.S. So there is a lot of damage control that the U.S. administration will have to do, because we are seeing not one, not two, but three incidents that have happened only in the recent past versus the Srinivas Kochibotla. Then we saw another man who was killed, shot dead, although there is no confirmation whether that was an incident of hate crime or not. And now we have the Sikh man who was shot at and also was asked to leave the country, and that certainly makes it a hate crime. FBI is also investigating the matter. FBI only gets into an investigation when they see that there could be a racial motive to the entire attack. And we see that FBI is a part of the investigations in Seattle as well, and helping the Kent Police Department. The fact is that U.S. and India have been looking at the concerns regarding growing incidents of hate crime. Foreign Secretary Jaishankar raised it with all the top leadership that he met in U.S. And our own embassy, sources in the government have told us, are in touch with the local authorities, and all kind of help will be extended to the family members if they should need any help.
There, Geeta, thanks for joining us with those details. Meanwhile, we spoke earlier to former Foreign Secretary Shashank.
The U.S. government will definitely do whatever is required to do, but that will be after the action is already completed. So they need to take necessary precautions. That is, anywhere wherever the crime rates go up and particular communities are targeted, they have to take action, and they should also tie up with other similar communities to see what actions are being taken by them, so that they can then work together with other similarly disadvantaged communities.
यूनाइटेड स्टेट में जिस तरह से इंडियन पर हमले हुए हैं, भारत सरकार ने अपनी सख्त प्रतिक्रिया दी है और हमारी एम्बेसी वहां संपर्क में है, वहां जो भारतवंशी हैं उनके, और अमेरिकन गवर्नमेंट के सामने भी इस पक्ष को रखा गया है। खुद अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने इसकी घोर निंदा हाउस के अंदर की है। हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि इस तरह की आइंदा घटना न हो, इसके लिए हमारी सरकार अमेरिकन गवर्नमेंट के संपर्क में है।
Yes, yes. In fact, the incident, the details have not come out. But the fact is that, these are things, the Indian community is under constant, fear. They feel that they are insecure there. In fact, in America, Indian society always had a pride of place. But now they are totally insecure. They are under constant fear.
The American Sikh Congressional Caucus is taking action in regards to the situation and making sure that the recent shooting is addressed as a hate crime. The caucus has contacted local law enforcement in order to effectively prosecute any suspect involved accordingly for the magnitude of this hate crime and according to the situation. The Sikh caucus has and will continue to support the Sikh community on a national level.
ट्रंप ने जरूर अपनी स्पीच में कहा है कि वो हेट क्राइम को कंडेम करते हैं, लेकिन ज़मीन पर इसका कोई असर नज़र नहीं आया। बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर अमेरिका के जो लॉ मेकर्स हैं और एनफोर्समेंट एजेंसीज हैं और पुलिस फोर्सेस हैं, उनको ऐसे लोगों को एग्जेम्पलरी पनिशमेंट देनी पड़ेगी, नहीं तो ये हेट क्राइम बढ़ती जाएगी।
We want that Donald Trump government must take some serious steps to stop this hate crime. The culprits must be punished, and the American at large must be educated about the Sikh religion, what we stand for. We also will approach Sushma Swaraj and Modi government that a government of India must also make pressure on the American counterpart that they must take stern action against these instances of hate crime.
Well, Satvinder, in fact, is joining us with further details. Satvinder Kaur from the United States. Satvinder, has the fear of hate crimes grown because of the incidents reported? Was this issue discussed often?
Well, the meeting we were at earlier this morning was planned like a month ago. This meeting was supposed to be a community engagement meeting, so it was to tell our police, bridge a gap between our police and our community members. But it ended up being a conversation about the hate crime. So we were talking about having neighborhood block watches, talking to your neighbors, and keeping an eye on your neighbors' houses. And if you see something, again, calling the police. So commanders and the chief were talking about the different resources they have that we can use.
Right. And Satvinder, have you been in touch with the victim and his family?
I have not been in touch with the victim because since he wishes to remain anonymous, only the police department and the police chief has been in touch with him. Through the police chief, we heard that he's shaken up, pretty, just emotionally, but he is doing okay. He was shot in the arm, so I mean, he lost his consciousness for a little bit, but he came back to it. He was taken to a hospital, and we believe he is back home.
And do you think hate crime has increased there in the U.S., Satvinder?
That plays a part in what is happening. We do see that people are, because of the current climate, it's acceptable to be racist. It's acceptable to make hate comments towards each other. It has increased. We do see that, and we're hoping it does not continue. We're fortunate that we're in Washington State, which is one of the more liberal states in the U.S., and we don't see crimes like this happening. But since it happened in my city, it's unfortunate, and we are hoping it doesn't continue. I know our police department in Kent is pretty amazing. They're very culturally competent and trained properly, so we're hoping we will get to the bottom of this along with the FBI and be able to find the suspect.
Right. And Satvinder, which organization do you work for, in fact?
The organization that I work with is Sikh Soch, and we plan on educating community more. We plan on having more conversations
with our police officers, with our public officials, with our community members. So going out there, holding open houses and open forums for them to come have conversations, inviting them. That is one of the things we are working on. We have been working on this, but now it seems like there's more need than there was before. So it's a sense of urgency. We're also planning on hosting some like peaceful protests or rallies around the city, and talking to people, having a conversation, inviting them to join us with some positive messages about their neighbors and the community members. And we'll be working on educating people more about us.
In fact, more reactions now coming in on this story. We leave it there. Satvinder, thanks for joining us.
SGPC ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੋਮਣੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਟਰੰਪ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਹੇਟ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਨੂੰ ਲਗਾਮ ਪਾਵੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਕੋਪ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਿਨੋਰਟੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਟੋਟਲ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ 'ਚ ਮਿਨੋਰਟੀਜ਼ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਟਰੰਪ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਟਰੋਂਗਲੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਔਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਸ ਆਊਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੋਸ਼ੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਦੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਖਤ ਤੋਂ ਸਖਤ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ।
This is a very heinous crime and we condemn it on behalf of Shiv Sena. But after the president crime and we condemn it on behalf of Shiv Sena. But after the President Donald Trump assured that such things will not be repeated, or their government will take entire care that another such incident will not occur. But it is put the question of ties with the US, our diplomatic ties, again into the forefront. And it is a very grave situation.
ट्रम्प प्रशासन के लिए ये एक बड़ी चुनौती है और जो अमेरिका की एक वैश्विक हैसियत है उसमें पूरी दुनिया के जो अप्रवासी अमेरिका में हैं वो अमेरिका में कहीं न कहीं न्याय की उम्मीद कर रहे हैं और ऐसे तत्वों के खिलाफ एक बड़ी कार्रवाई करके ट्रम्प पूरी दुनिया के लोगों का विश्वास जीत सकते हैं।
ये दुखद है, वो जो भी घटनाक्रम है उस पर विदेश विभाग हमारा देख रहा है और उस पर जो मदद हो सकती किया जा रहा है।